be a little late. A fast pop run.
Let's see if anybody decides to join for an early Monday morning session of Morning Breath with the Blind Surfer. That's me. And it's Monday. This is some good rock and roll music. It's gonna wake you up, get you going. And
welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
Oh, what happened? Why did my music die? Oh, jeez Louise. Did I already break the music? No, I broke my music. Where did the music go? Hold on, I wanted some music to be playing at least. Actually. Yeah, where did that go? Good start. Good start, Pete. Or did all the audio die? Oh God. Would be
YouTube. Sericom 7808.
There we go. Hold on. I gotta step aside for 1 second to get my music working because what is happening? This is a rough start to a Monday.
Surprise stream. Sericom
Yes.
7808.
Why isn't this stuff playing? Hold on. You guys are there. Let me see if I press
Show TTS controls.
show
Button.
TTS
Pause
controls.
Skip to current message. Button.
Skip to current
Skip to
message.
current repeat message. Button.
Repeat
At
message.
Starfire 8742 says morning Pete. Show chat feed.
Morning.
Button.
What's going on?
Morning Tejas Brun says good morning Pete.
Good morning. Hold on 1 second. Something else is supposed to be working here. I'm supposed to press that button and music is supposed to play.
Sericom
Ready?
7808 says tech time with Pete.
Yeah, it's not working. That's very annoying. Hold on, I'm gonna step away for a second. You guys entertain yourselves, and then I'll come back. Hopefully, and I'll have
Evelyn
some
Fisherman
music.
27 says good morning Sarah.
Good morning. Yeah, what's going on?
At Lord Sterling says good morning Super Surfer Pete. At Billindang 1476 said hi. At Billindang 1476 says hi. At Sputters in a trench coat says yes, finally
why
caught a
doesn't it
stream.
work?
Usually can't because in my time zone these usually start like 1 to 5 a.m. I think. Sericom 7808 says good morning blind fisherman. At Boo 1000 says quick question, is your vision really blurry, or entirely black? At Salalam Zayoab 7753 says hey Pete, how you doing?
I don't know.
At GR4MDFR0
annoying, huh?
Sty says morning. Edwin Fisherman 27 says tech time.
Well,
Sericom
okay.
7808 says have a great week at school blind fisherman.
Yeah, have a great week at school. But why is my come
At
on?
Billindang
Give me some music.
1476 says you are black.
I'm not black. That's not true. This is very annoying. Come on,
Edwin
play.
Fisherman 27 says yeah, I start tomorrow. At Savage Brady says capital BLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLABLA
morning.
Crispy.
Sorry I haven't been active last 2 times you did streams. Was busy, you know how life is. But
Has it?
otherwise it's been morning, probably not gonna stay. Quick question, Marvel or DC?
Geez, I guess I've enjoyed the Marvel movies, but I have to be a big fan of Superman, obviously, for obvious reasons, because of Superdog. But I think Marvel has definitely put out the superior movies. Yeah, this is annoying that I don't have the music, because I really wanted music. Can you guys, like, talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I
Kevin says, I
troubleshoot
think
this?
Marvel is better.
Yeah, I think Marvel is better. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves, because I have to figure this out. I had it working right before I came on the show.
Tharhinadu says that's a great question. I'd say he's black. At Savage Brady says capital AHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHSedlin Fisherman 27
know,
says
it's
just
funny.
went dead silent.
Oh,
Anime Olive says I likesman.
hold on. I think something happened. Yeah.
Sedlin Fisherman 27.
Hold on. I
At
gotta
Starfire
unplug.
8742 says Marvel is better but DC isn't bad.
Oh my God. Are you serious? It's still not working? Huh. Can you guys hear that music? Oh, I'm sorry. We're on the wrong thing here. Nothing good at the moment.
Fedlin Fisherman 27 says maybe Monday stream isn't a good idea.
Can you guys hear the audio? Can you guys hear the music? I know. But you guys can't hear the music, can you? That's annoying. Why would that be the case?
Matt Honker says, good morning, Sarah. How is it going, Pete? It's good to see you as always.
I almost feel like I want to
Sean
stop and
Grayling
start
23
again
says
because
no.
there's something that I want everybody to be
8742 says
hearing.
no.
I know.
Crispy111
Wait, I know what it
says no.
is.
We cannot hear it. At SarahCam 7808 says can't hear music. Tharhinahu says I can't hear the music.
Enemy Owlif on Twitch said,
At Savage Grady says capital NG.
I fixed it. I totally fixed it. There we go. I totally fixed it, as far as I know. And now I want to... Well, now I'm getting messages from you guys. What did I do wrong now?
Crispy111 on Twitch said, oh, there we go. It works.
That's what I've been trying. That's what I've been working on all weekend. There we go. I gave you
The
guys...
Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, yay!
I gave you guys a new voice. Jesus. This is why I want to do this first thing on Monday as opposed to trying to get through it on a Tuesday afternoon. So, that was the big surprise.
Tharnu on Twitch said, yep, V fixed.
V fixed. All right, so...
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, is that Kermit the Frog?
It is Kermit the Frog. Oh, that was stressful. Everything was working. It just wasn't connected to this network.
Crispy111 on Twitch said, for a second, I thought that was another person with you reading it.
Nope.
Oh, that sounds so real, but very sarcastic. Pete Augustine's robot on Twitch said,
now my robot's
welcome.
talking.
Pete, here's your messages.
And can I mute it? Yes, I can mute it. That works too. All right, this is great. Now the question is, I'm not entirely sure if the Kermit the Frog robot
Send 200 bitses or more.
200 bitses. Oh, I must have typed that wrong. 200 bitses or more.
Ethan4W on Twitch said, yay, new noise.
Yes. What's up, Ethan4W?
Tharnu on Twitch said, it's
something.
Wispy 0000 do on TikTok said, do you so?
No, I do not so. Oh, that's interesting. I
The
didn't know.
Blind Fisherman
I didn't know TikTok was
27
working.
on Twitch said, that's so funny.
Isn't it? I'm so glad that I finally got this thing
Brown
working.
2019 on Twitch said, well, not all weekend. My blanket went for a trip.
Your blanket went for a trip. Everything just
Big
sounds...
Funny Giant on Twitch said, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. Crispy111 on Twitch said, honestly, sounds like a very human Kermit on the frog, but that's really cool.
Yeah, there's other voices available. I finally...
Crispy111 on Twitch said, where is Miss Piggy?
Miss Piggy is not available. You've got me.
Hooters in a trench coat on Twitch.
Oh,
S_Tommy_A_Dula just followed.
thank you for the follow.
7808 on Twitch said, Ma Pig Guy is actually not that cute.
Ma Pig Guy is not that cute. Who's not that
Blind
cute?
Fisherman 27.
Oh, what happened? He just got quiet. Oh, don't die on me now. Don't die on me now. There we go.
Tommy, Beulah on Twitch said hello there.
Hello there. Oh, this is going to be so much more
The
fun.
3-2 Bolter on TikTok said, oh my god, the penguin looks so cute.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like my penguin, Petey the
Sarah
penguin.
Cam 7808 on Twitch said, Miss Piggy, I meant.
Okay.
The
she's
Blind
not that cute.
Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, I'm getting my penguin soap today.
Oh, good.
We got delayed from Friday to today.
I was just going to say, wasn't that supposed to arrive the other day?
Tommy A. Gula on Twitch said it's Tommy BTW.
Okay. Ask Tommy Agula is just Toby.
Frisbee111 on Twitch said, what other voices are there? Is there like Darth Vader, like Scooby-Doo or something like that?
Do you like the personality of this thing? I just like the personality of it. It's kind of fun. So I signed up for this new service. It's called Lumia Stream. And like, I love the Robot Lady. The Robot Lady's great. Just having the ability to hear all you guys. What I'm not certain of at this point is, hold on, let me switch back to the Robot Lady for a second because
person at trench coat says you typed it correctly, but text to speech just saying it weirdly. Just saying it weirdly.
What I haven't.
Saracom 7808 says I was trying to make Kermit insult his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Edlin Fisherman 27 says it has a hard time pronouncing people's usernames.
Yeah, it does. But the other that Robot Lady has a hard time with that as well.
32 Bolter on TikTok said, wait, this is not real person. Ready?
I'm a real person. I'm a real person.
Sean Grayling. 23 on Twitch said, love your perfect wave the other day.
Thank you, Sean Grayling. Why did it decide to do that? That was kind of funny. What I'm not certain of, I don't know if Kermit the Frog is reading out anything from YouTube. Either no one is watching on YouTube or it's not working on YouTube, but it's definitely working on TikTok and Twitch. And I mean, that'll keep me entertained for a while. Just listening to Kermit the Frog reading out the messages. That's kind of fun. As long as it works, as long as it continues to work. I mean, this is my test drive with it. If Kermit the Frog goes on strike and dies, we might end up having to go back to just the good old fashioned chat lady. Which, did he die? Did he die already? Did I only get 10 minutes of Kermit the Frog?
Maverick 70,222 says, did you hear about the actress Hayden Panettiere?
No.
MS Brown
Brown
2019 on Twitch said it's fun, but it screws my name worse than before.
Yeah.
Bataja, by the way.
Screws my name worse than
Sirocco
before.
7808 on Twitch said, how was your weekend, Pete?
My weekend was interesting. I had
The
some
Blind
fun.
Fisherman 27 on Twitch said that was kind of creepy.
What? Kermit's creepy? It's funny.
Barnu on Twitch said, I think they're talking about Kermit.
I think I got to figure out how to get Kermit working
The
on
32 Bolter
YouTube
on
as well.
TikTok said he's funny.
He is funny. You mean Kermit? Kermit the Frog is funny.
Frisbee111 on Twitch said, why is it so excited, lol?
Well, it's funny. It got unexcited on that one. Oh my god, I feel like I could listen to that all day. But I will tell you, no, I want to keep like listening to Kermit. I just want to sit here and listen to Kermit all day. But I am, there's always something.
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, now people are just going to abuse Kermit instead of actually asking questions and being involved in the chat.
Well, I mean, hearing Kermit say funny
Big
stuff.
Funny Giant on Twitch said Snarf.
Snarf. I wonder what the I'm so curious as to what the cadence of this thing is. Like some of them would be like said Snarf, and then that one's like said
Spooters
Snarf.
in a Trench Coat on Twitch said first Pete Guston stream. Usually can't join because of time zone difference.
Well, you made it, and you made it to an interesting one. Your voice is now Kermit the Frog here. So there were a handful.
Sarah Cam 7808 on Twitch said I actually like Beacon.
Beacon. I wonder what Beacon is. We'll have to decode what this new text to speech is making things sound like. I'm a little confused as to why it doesn't seem to be reading YouTube.
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said bacon. Supposed to be bacon?
Supposed to be bacon. I mean, who doesn't like bacon? So this weekend, I have to say, I guess I'll do some talking now instead of just letting Kermit do the whole show. Oh, the other voices that are available. Of course, I spent all weekend on this. I did get it working. I just forgot to connect that computer to this computer in the beginning, which is why we couldn't hear it. So spent the whole weekend getting Kermit the Frog to read all the chat messages. And for some reason, it's not working on YouTube. But I can press the good old fashioned.
W says Kermit voice equals amaze.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like that one.
32 Bolter says same username, right?
Let's see. Saracom. Listen.
The 32 Bolter on TikTok said same username, right?
Yeah, same username, right? I love the personality of
Sirocco 7808 on Twitch said, I was trying to make Kermit say he likes bacon. Silly joke.
Because his girlfriend
27 on Twitch
is a pig.
Said, waking up with Kermit.
All right, so the other voices that are available on this thing, I'll do some talking. It's going to be hard. I'm just going to want to keep listening to Kermit the Frog. But I guess I'll do some talking. The other voices that are available on this service called Lumia Stream. I was literally taking a class on how to change the voices and there's this program called Streamer.bot and Speaker.bot, and it was literally like 100-point process. And I started going through it on Friday, and I got like all frustrated. There's a lot of technical stuff, a lot of things you're supposed to see. The screen readers weren't working. I'm like, screw it. Everybody's just gonna have to deal with the regular robot voice. I can't deal with this. And I started doing some Googling, and I came across this thing called Lumia Stream. And at first, it was just doing the robot voice. Like, at first, it just had, like, the regular voice that I always have. And I'm like, well, that's the same thing. Like, that's not an upgrade. That's not doing anything for me. But then I went into this marketplace, like this free marketplace in Lumia Stream, and people had created their own voices and uploaded their own voices. Let's see if this lady.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. What do you Splitters in a trench coat?
Hold on. Let me see. I can put Kermit back up. If there's anything to be said. Uh-oh, now when he's quiet, I freak out. I'm like, uh-oh, what happened? Come on, somebody say something. Somebody say, hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
What do you usually do? It's working, Pete.
Well, is it? Because, hold on.
Splitters in a trench coat.
Why isn't that? All right, so, hey, come on, where did Kermit go?
Blind says Kermit
Blind
loves
on
MRS
Twitch
Piggy.
Said Kermit loves Mrs. Piggy.
That's true. He does. Wait, she's Miss Piggy. If she was Mrs. Piggy and she wasn't Mrs. the Frog, that would mean that Kermit is having an illicit affair with that Piggy lady. So I think she has to be.
111 on Twitch said Miss Piggy is stuck in the chimney.
Why? Why would she
The
be?
3-2 Bolter on TikTok said YouTube is working, but not a lot of comments.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Don't it Blind on Twitch
It's good.
said, yes, sorry.
That's good and bad to know. YouTube has gotten completely sick of my lives. I think YouTube's gotten sick of me completely, entirely, altogether. The lives, the first couple times I went live on YouTube, I got like 18 and 20,000 people on the vertical. I was like, holy.
Spooters in a trench coat on Twitch said, what do you usually do during these streams?
What do I usually do? Like what?
Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, I get notifications for when you go live on Twitch and YouTube somehow.
Well, okay. I mean, you turned to myself. What do I wonder if that person's asking, what do I do during these live streams? Like, this is it. This is what, like, I sit here and I talk to Kermit the Frog. Apparently, I usually have some fun topics to talk about. Honestly, I didn't prepare a heck of a lot today. I didn't come in with like some heavy topics or anything like that because I spent my entire weekend. I spent a bunch of time Friday and sometime on Saturday working through these technical issues to get Mr. Kermit the Frog.
S4 V4 G3095765 on Twitch said, hey, it's my favorite blind surfer.
Boy,
Watching you blind guy unboxing videos always makes me smile.
Well, listening.
Ethan 4 W on Twitch said it. The Blind Fisherman 27. Same.
Listening to you talk to me and Kermit the Frog is my favorite. The blind guy unboxing this weekend. What did I do? I unboxed some. It's funny because I guess I said during the thing, I'm like, I don't know, they taste like Skittles, and they were Skittles. They were sour Skittles soft gummies, and then a giant box of whatchamacallits, which I still can't give away to people. I don't know what's wrong with whatchamacallit. I like whatchamacallit. I think it's a fantastic, yummy, tasty candy bar. Someone said, and I couldn't tell if they were joking. Someone wrote in the comment section, they're like, well, this is second favorite to my all-time favorite candy bar called the Thingamajig, and they said it's been discontinued. And I was like, wait, is a Thingamajig an actual real candy bar, or are they just making a joke with something being called a whatchamacallit and a Thingamajig?
Doing It Blind on Twitch said, I'm Kermit, and welcome to the Muppet Show.
There you go.
Sorry, just wanted to hear him say it.
It's kind of amazing how realistic the voices.
S4V4G3095765 on Twitch said, I definitely believe it'd be real.
It sounds like the way that username is getting right out. It sounds like he's giving me like some code, like the code to the nuclear key, S4G53765. And out of all the usernames that Kermit the Frog has been butchering so far, it actually did Doing It Blind better, because the other text lady just calls Doing It Blind, but that one finally got Doing It Blind. Oh, jeez, okay, I feel like I can just retire now. I got another piece of technology
working. The 3-2
working.
Bolter on TikTok said, yeah, I really thought he was a real person at first.
LOL. I am a real person. You're probably talking about Kermit.
S4V4G309576 on Twitch said, yeah, Twitch rules forced me to use the numbers instead of the name. Savage.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to. Oh, man.
Going it blind on Twitch said Kermit does have some decent emphasis and articulation.
Yes, he does. Oh, so the S4G5, that was supposed to spell out savage. Well, yeah, I'm assuming the word savage has been taken. I was kind of surprised. I signed up for Twitch super late, just like late last year, middle last year, and Pete Gustin was available. I was like, oh, well, that's fortunate, because that one was not available on all the platforms. Oh, the other voices that are available in this thing.
Text-to-speech is really improving.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. It is improving. The other ones that are available, and I don't know if I want to be like messing around with it too much because, you know, I finally got it working. There is a Morgan Freeman voice, which I have no idea if it's any. I accidentally landed on Kermit. I was like, okay, well, we got a Kermit the Frog voice.
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, once you go to Twitch, you can't go back.
Well, apparently, because someone said that the YouTube voices are working, but I haven't heard Kermit say YouTube yet, so I'm a little confused about that. But yeah, it is working on Twitch. It is working on TikTok. And so there's a Morgan Freeman voice that's available, and there's also this would be kind of funny, there's an Optimus Prime voice that's available. But so far I'm just kind of like digging the like the way that Kermit talks. He just sounds
S4V4G309576 on Twitch said, I was on YouTube before and a few messages were read.
Oh. Where are they? But was it saying on Twitch?
MS Brown 2019 on Twitch.
Someone said Twitch.
The Thingamajig first came out in 2009 with peanut butter and Cocoa Crisps.
Oh.
Returned briefly in 2011 and were completely stopped by 2012.
Okay. Geez, that is a short run for a candy bar. I didn't know.
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said it would just be you reading your comments if
what? If what? What happened, Kermit? Where'd you go? Come back, Kermit, I miss you.
S4V4G309576 on Twitch said the voice was the robot girl.
Oh.
Antboy19 on TikTok said, I tell people about you and also I can recognize you on the radio.
That's good. That's very cool. Yeah, I think
Going It Blind on Twitch said, Twitch is, in my opinion, the best place to just hang.
Well, that's
way more freedom to run your stream as you see fit.
It does give you a lot of that. Hold on, let me switch over here.
Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch.
Optimus Prime voice?
Well, I you got
S4V4G 3,095,765 says I support Optimus Prime voice.
I can't just go over and switch. It's a whole thing. So hold on, I just put this robot voice up just to see if anybody. I'm a little surprised that the YouTube isn't working. That is the main platform I connected to it on.
Support Optimus Prime voice.
Okay, so Kermit's running like a second behind. And
it says I just came over from YouTube and it's not reading those.
On Twitch.
Oh.
Said I just came over from
says
YouTube
I can hear all
and
of the
it's
Twitch
not reading
responses.
those.
Okay. Well, I will I will have to work on that because we obviously want to hear all of the voices. So we'll have to deal with that this morning. So it's funny. It's doing Twitch and it's doing
Blind Fisherman
TikTok.
27 on Twitch said, if I had enough channel points, I would redeem 90 seconds of just chatting.
But it's a little bit of a bummer that it's only doing the
S4V4G3095765 on Twitch said, can you do the voice?
I mean,
from the old commercial.
Which commercial? Which old commercial?
Kiki VYT on Twitch said, I was asking on there if the AI ads are official or just rough drafts.
Oh, I don't know. That's something, it's hard for me to get worked up about that. People, like I compete with AI voices all day, every day. And people, we put those things out. This is just me and Banana. Like, I don't have a big company here. I'm already in a massive, massive hole with some upfront costs that we did on Blind Penguin. I think people think that I've got like this big company or budget or something behind me. Like it's just thank you.
Brown 2019 just subscribed for 2 months.
Thank you. It was a MS Brown. I think that's probably Matea. And I spent all day putting together the sound design of those commercials and the voiceover and put it all. And then, me and Banana just came up with what we could come up with. And everybody's like, you're taking jobs away from other artists. I'm like, there is no job. There was no other, there's no job. It's not like I'm going to be hiring like a big ad agency. Like, I just thought it'd be fun to put those things out there.
Big Funny Giant just subscribed with Prime.
Thanks, Big Funny Giant. And people, I appreciate that. I appreciate the subscriptions. Appreciate you're making the boing, 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 boing noise pop up. And then me on the banana. Hey.
Hunting just followed.
Look at that. Hunting just followed. I appreciate that. I wasn't intentionally trying to not have Kermit work on YouTube, but for today at least, Kermit is not working on oh, look at that.
S4V4G3095765 just followed.
That is savage, I've learned, with all sorts of letters and numbers. So yeah, none of the robots. What did that? Kermit keeps getting tired and not continuing his sentences.
Void Gaming 2855 on Twitch said the autistic Moran Me has arrived XD.
That's not a nice way to describe yourself. But thank you for joining.
Crisby111 on Twitch said, I would definitely like to see other voices. Or what I mean is hear other voices.
Yeah.
I can't see voices.
No, you can't.
That would be a nice superpower, though.
That'd be pretty interesting to hear voices. I mean, I guess that's what captions are.
S4V4G3095765
All right,
on
Kermit.
Twitch said, could you give us your peak Optimus Prime voice?
I don't know if I have one this morning. I feel like it's a little early and I haven't done any vocal warm-ups, and if I do it, it's going to come out all weird. But I was briefly addressing the AI thing. Like, people are like, you and your business, you shouldn't be supporting AI. I'm like, I'm already competing. Like, I'm competing against other AI voices, and my motto is be better. I will be better than the AI voices, and then I'll continue to have my work. And so far, it hasn't affected me. And as for those pieces that we made, like, I don't know, man. They're I was just trying to have some fun. Banana had the artwork designed, and I worked really hard making those ads in terms of storyboarding them and coming up with the idea and putting them all together. And then, yeah, we got some help. And the funny thing is, we put it out on Fiverr. And literally the first 5 people that wrote back to us are like, we will design your video using the latest AI technology. I was like, all right, so if I'm paying a person, they're just using AI. So I feel like video creation is kind of going that way anyway. Now, if I was, supposed to go out there, and if I was supposed to hire a real penguin, and I was supposed to dress him up like Petey the Penguin, and then I didn't do that, and I put a penguin out of work, I apologize for that. But that's not exactly what happened. I guess next time, well, I don't know. Well, first things first, I was going to say I can switch over to Optimus Prime. I could try and get the Optimus Prime voice working. But I think first...
S4V4 G3095765 on Twitch said, ever since AI started getting used, the world has just become so pricey in terms of RAM.
Is that, did it jack up the price of RAM? I was reading this weekend, and I don't know if this is real. I never know what's real anymore. But I was reading that Elon Musk and SpaceX want to put AI server farms in orbit, because I guess a big thing in order to make them work is you have to cool them. And people are always saying that whole thing about 50 gallons of water for every prompt, which, as far as I can tell, isn't true. It's just some trope that everybody's repeating. But if you have them in orbit, it's already cold up there. And then there's people like saying that if our entire night sky is covered with, what just fell? Oh no, that was that was the cord. Hold on. That stinks. That was the power cable for everything.
Sarah, I thought of sending him breakfast bars or something better than candy for the morning show snack time with Pete.
Hold on, I'm trying to get that.
Donut Blind on Twitch said RAM and SSDs.
There we go. All right, I had to make sure that the power source.
Sarah Cam 7808 on Twitch said, anyone complaining about your use of AI to make a commercial who isn't actually contributing to your advertising budget can save it.
Well, honestly, I wasn't going to talk about that today because I felt like avoiding it. Like Banana and she's super excited about the artwork that she created with Petey the Penguin. And then we worked with our artist, Chris, who people don't know this, but it's actually Nisha's sister is our main artist, our graphic design artist. She helped design the way that the bottles look. Banana came up with the penguin design. She worked with a few different artists to come up with all the different artists. And then we were all excited to post our like fun little commercials. Like I just went over the top, like you stink and nobody likes you. And then, what's in the box? What's in the box? I thought, hold it, do I actually have them? I'm not sure if I have them. I might if I press this button and I press this button.
What's in the box? What's in the box? It's a mystery designed by a penguin that only you can solve. Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap Mystery Boxes. Test your nose, then peel to reveal.
Oh, and yeah, so then, Banana and I got all excited about those things. Like, it's kind of fun. We're just having fun, just putting something out there, bringing Petey the Penguin to life, and me getting to do like a big movie trailer voiceover for it. And she was, she never cares about the videos that I post. Like, does not care. Like, doesn't watch any of the nonsense. The unboxing, she's seen enough of me surfing. She doesn't need to watch it on the screen. And this weekend, I'm basically just getting yelled at in the comment section. People are like, you used AI slop. And I'm like, to me, AI slop is if I just were to write. This is what I thought AI slop was. I don't know. It's difficult for me. Like I'm not watching AI evolve. I don't know what that looks like. If it was something that I could do, believe me, I do everything on my own that I can. Look, I'm just sitting here with stuffed animals. Like I run this show by myself. I edit my own videos by myself. I do my voiceover business everything that I can do by myself, I do. And if there was some way that I could go out there and like videotape a penguin, I would do that. But, we did what we did to put these things together and just have some fun with them. And Banana was all excited. Like, oh, I wonder if people are going to like them. I'm so excited to like see if people like Petey the Penguin. And like the first like few comments are like people like, you're using AI slop. And she didn't know what that is. And I had to explain it to her. And I was like, it took all the fun out of life. But to me, AI slop is if I just, grabbed one of those AI engines and I was like, make me a commercial. But no, we did it all. I storyboarded. Like I said, I did the voice. I got all the music. I came up with the sound effects and everything. Put it all, like it took me a day. It took me Wednesday to make one ad, and then it took me Thursday to make the next ad. So I definitely put my effort into them. And I don't know if people are going to get mad at me about that. Sorry, I don't know what to say. Let's see if I can get the old robot lady.
Kiki VYT on
Kiki, it says
Twitch
just a video
said,
of you using.
just a video of you using the soap with an epic voiceover would be fun too.
I suppose, but I really like
Angel 3 Fries on Twitch, said Pete Party.
Banana. She loves her Petey the Penguin. Like this is her design. She designed
Void
this
Gaming
guy.
2855 on Twitch said, okay, I've actually got some experience in this field,
Okay.
but basically the 50 gallons of prompt is a lie.
I know.
Different centers use different amounts, and some AI models run fully locally. For example, the Windows screen reader. And simply put, AI can be a great tool. However, you must consider the fact that AI works by giving the most average answer it can find in its data set, so it can never be the best at anything you ask it to do.
I
It
like
will always be dead center average.
I like the average answer. So here's something interesting. I wasn't planning on talking about AI, but the show goes where the show goes. I learned something this weekend. So I did have to upgrade my Google Gemini plan because it wasn't giving me enough. So I use it for object recognition, and honestly, I was trying to set this program up.
5 on Twitch said,
I was trying to
my
set-
Wi-Fi hates me, XD.
That sucks. So I was trying to set that up, right? I was trying to set Kermit the Frog up as my voice this weekend, or on Friday mostly. And I was holding the Google Gemini reader up to my camera, or up to my monitor, because I can't see the monitor. And it was telling me, move your mouse here, click on that, move your mouse there, click on that, tab to the right, click on that. And then all of a sudden I ran out. It's like you've used your allotment of video description for the day. And I still need to get some work done. So I looked into it. And so the Google Gemini that you get for free is one level. I was on something called like Workspace Standard. And then I upgraded to AI Pro. And this doesn't, you don't think this is going to be interesting, but it's about to get interesting. Then all of a sudden, the Google Gemini AI that I was working with started giving me much more thorough, thoughtful, and complete answers to what I was working on. So everybody out there that's using the free ChatGPT or the free Google Gemini, you're working with lower reasoning models. People like, oh, AI is dumb, like Void Gaming was just saying. It's dumb. It gives you average answers. I didn't know this, but when I upgraded to the AI Pro version, it became much smarter. I kid you not. It pulls from more sources, uses deeper reasoning models, and gives you better answers. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I thought everybody was getting the same AI, like the same brain, but like more access to it. It's not that at all. Like people using the free thing are getting dumb AI, and people that pay more money are getting smarter AI. So, I mean, that's where AI is going to go. Like poor people have crappy AI and rich people have better AI. I mean, that's where I think it is going to end up going. That's how they're going to make their money on it. And they will probably end up charging.
The 3-2 bolter on TikTok said, I thought that too.
I thought that too. I just thought it was the same thing. I didn't know that they
Void Gaming 2855 on Twitch said at Crispy111. Yeah. It's a tool meant to be used when necessary, e.g. for object recognition, to guide the visually impacted, helping make reference designs for people who can't even attempt to make the art.
I love that it just started screaming. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would love to sit down and make the art. Like, I do not have a budget for this stuff. There is no money coming in for me on social media. Think what you will. I mean, you can look at my numbers. You can say, oh, you got 2.5 million subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. My numbers are down like quite a bit. I don't get a lot of views anymore, mostly because I've been doing this live thing and I can't figure out where I'm supposed to be. So those numbers are down. And then when you start a company, you start in a big giant hole. However, if I could go out there with a video camera, if I could sit down there with a pencil, or if I could use some like I would do it. I wouldn't want to be like, I don't take shortcuts. I try and take pride in everything I do, but there's just, the visual end of things, can't do it.
Said a sandwich sounds good right now.
No, you can't eat a sandwich first thing in the morning. That's gross, unless it's a breakfast sandwich. But even that, like breakfast sandwiches are kind of heavy. Like, there's one that I get down the street. It's called the Ensemble. It's called the Ensemble. And it's got like
S4V4G 3095765
Why is he
on
saying?
Twitch said 01110010.
I'll see what I can do with that is I can just turn it off. You're
Hacked
trying
by
to speak,
Kermit Law.
just trying to speak.
At GR4NDFR0 Sty says I'm an entire minute behind.
You're a minute
At
behind.
GR4NDFR0 Sty says my Wi-Fi buns.
Your Wi-Fi
Devlin
buns.
Fisherman 27 says egg sandwich.
Egg sandwiches, okay. Egg sandwiches, okay. I just can't do like a big heavy breakfast. Oh, speaking of breakfast, so we did have visitors this weekend. Banana's nieces, which again I guess are my nieces, came to visit us this weekend. And the last time I had a 15-year-old stay in the house, we had
At Joe B says, can I write troll comments because he will never see them? Boy Gaming 2855 says also, yeah, Pete. They give the dumbest model to the free people because they are trying to make money on it.
Yeah.
However, it's not nearly enough to sustain the amount of money they spend.
That's true.
At I am too-
I like that person. Like, can I write troll comments because I'll never see it?
YT on Twitch said, I feel like making a tomato sandwich.
What's a tomato sandwich? That sounds kind of boring. So the last time, so there were two girls staying this weekend, the nieces. One was 12 and one was 15. And I will say, this is point women. Like women get the point, the check mark, the score, because the last time I had a 15-year-old visitor at the house, it was another family member, and it was a 15-year-old boy, and all he wanted to do was sit in one of the rooms of the house, the front room of the house, and play like Fortnite. I think it was like he literally visiting San Diego from the East Coast, and he didn't want to go out, and he didn't want to go to the beach, and he didn't go out to the dinners. He just wanted to play Fortnite to the point that he had his mom bring him like fast food. He was like a troll. He'd open the door and like reach out and grab like this McDonald's, and then go in there and play more Fortnite. And I was like, oh, nice having you visit. Didn't see you at all, figuratively or literally. It seems like you didn't stop by. But we had the 12 and the 15-year-old girls come and stay this weekend, and the 15-year-old girl was like up every morning. She made pancakes the first morning. Her last day here, she should have been like taking her time to get her stuff ready, get herself. But like for everybody else, she sat down and she made muffins for everybody, and then she was cleaning up, and her little sister was helping. And I was like, wow, girls are pretty good house guests. And the chocolate muffins that she made, I mean, who was it? No, was it Matea or was it? No, it was Sarah. She sent those little Sarah Cam. She sent those weird little sticks, which I can't remember the name of. I did them in a blind guy taste test. Those weird little sticks with chocolate in the inside. But she made chocolate muffins that had nonpareils in them. I think they had some Heath Bar Crunch and then she also stuck those like little chocolate wafer sticks inside. So they were quite the little treat for morning breakfast. And the one thing I did feel bad about this weekend is that the waves were massive. Like the two of them wanted to like come out here and
At Joni BC says thanks.
learn
Joe.
learn how. Okay, so that's definitely, that was a YouTube one.
At Matthew Steedman 6867 says Joe the Puss.
And Joe the
At
Puss.
Starfire 8742 says what the heck geez.
So all right, we got robot.
Alex Schaller says OMG OMG OMG.
OMG.
At MR Goes 2828 says good
Kiki
morning,
V,
how is everything
YT
going?
on Twitch said, I gotta
Tony
go.
Oh.
I'm doing VA auditions, and hopefully I don't lose to AI anymore. Wish me luck.
Good luck. I don't think I've lost anything to AI. There are some. Yeah, I don't think I've been. This is an interesting thing in the voice acting business. Like a fair amount of times, these companies, even bigger companies, like well, I probably shouldn't name them, but like larger companies, like let's say
Kiki V, IT on Twitch said, cause you have an iconic voice. LOL.
I don't know about that. I mean, if I had an iconic voice, I might be working a little more than I do, getting more big gigs. I get by. I do my work. But so there are large like automotive manufacturers and like bigger companies out there that you might not expect do this, but they'll actually pay some of those AI companies, and they go through and like what sounds best with our ad, and they will make the whole ad with an AI voice. And then they'll send us, it's called a reference file, and they'll be like, this is the type of read that we're going for. And I don't hate that. I don't hate some direction. Like sometimes, in the past, they're like, strong male voice, 40 to 60, some rasp, looks like or sounds like he's lived in his voice and has a lot of experience. And that, that's helpful information. But then lately, we're just getting these ref files sent to us, like sounds like this. And then there's like this AI voice that's kind of doing it. I'm like, all right. I mean, if they're using it to build the thing and then they want to hire real voice actors at the end, I don't have a problem with that.
To hang out is now being taken away. And now that's even happening to the internet.
Oh, man. I don't know what that was. Kermit.
Yes, Tommy. Agula on Twitch said it was nice hanging out. But I have to go now.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. He's
Kiki V, YT on Twitch said, and that is a great tool.
That is a great tool. I like
Kiki V, YT on Twitch said, I think AI is a good tool as long as it's not the final product.
Kermie's yelling at me. Kermie's like totally yelling at me. So it's funny, you go from
Evergreen Hotel says what is your favorite color and love your content.
My favorite color is blue. I've definitely addressed that a number of times and made a fun video about
says
it.
he loud lol.
Yeah, he like Kermie like starts like he gets like animated and starts like yelling at me. He's like, I have to
111
go.
says why is he screaming lol.
I don't know what makes him
Johnny
scream.
BC says hi. Matea. Joe B says.
Joe B.
Alex Schaller says your great bro is seriously true inspiration. Made me want to try surfing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Saracom
That's nice to hear.
7808 says United Health had fired a lot of doctors and nurses in their clinical review departments, which also makes me worried about my job with the direction of clinical review and AI.
Well, that's not good. I don't like people losing their jobs to AI. So this weekend, I took this board out with the two girls that were visiting. The waves are so big and so massive. They were just like these huge 7 or 8 foot waves. We were all sitting there at the beach together, and the girls and Banana were like describing them to me. They're like, oh my God, they're coming in huge and people are getting destroyed out there. On Friday, both Brooks and Nisha hit me up. They're like, you don't want to surf this weekend. They're like, it's going to be big. It's going to be slamming. Like big waves are fine. Like if a big wave is coming in, it's got some face. Like that's great. It gives you more a face as like a wave that closes out just kind of comes and goes like just kind of, and a face wave like peels and you get to ride across it. What they were doing this weekend is they were just coming in, and like me sitting on the beach, I was hearing like whoop, like they just slamming straight down. And when you can't see what the wave is doing like me, it gets a little dicey as to whether or not I will survive one of those waves. Like the people that can see, they're like, okay, this one's going to close out hard. I'm just going to duck under it or get away from it or not take it. Me, I don't know what the wave's going to do. I just hear something coming. I was like, oh, I guess I'll go for it. And they were afraid that if I went out this weekend, I would just get buried. Oh, is this an alarm or what's going on here? Hold on. Oh, nope, that's nothing. But I took this little board out with me this weekend. Oh, God, I hate it when I do that. Sorry. I took this board out this weekend, And because it's so little and it's so maneuverable that I just went out into those like big crazy waves. I went out with Banana, and then I went out with the two girls, and just kind of kicked around on the inside, and it was pretty fun.
Void Gaming 2855
We had a good time out there.
on Twitch said, "No, seriously, I'm genuinely Z." And think about it: the mall, no loitering; the movie theater, insane prices. Theme parks are way too expensive.
Oh.
Social media is being locked behind IDs. We have nowhere to go, so we resort to the only options left: video games and our rooms.
And live streams. Don't forget, you can come hang out with me during a live stream. There is a safe space for you here. And, no matter what platform you're on. I wasn't trying to exclude you.
At IM250 says I would talk a lot to my domestic partner and my family, but I like to listen because your voice is unique to me and has a bass.
It does. My voice does have some bass to it. I've heard that in the past. Oh, that is another thing.
2855 says so we get so into that habit we can't really break it, so we just are always online and get scolded for it when we don't even have another option.
I mean,
Angel 3 Fry says I sure do like video games and live streams.
I'd like to think that there's other options out there. Like, you can always go outside. So the thing about having this voice, I feel like all the time people are like, of course you're a voice actor, of course you're successful because you have this voice. I was talking about the ref files that I'm getting these days, like, the reference file for the auditions, and I usually do between 3 and 6 auditions a day every day. I cannot tell you how many auditions that I get right now that my agents send to me, and there's like this big log line in the middle of it. It's like, we do not want the classical announcer, we don't want the big booming male voice, classical voices, not welcome, good actors, need character, need some imperfections, no announcers, we don't want announcers. I'm like, oh my God, which is, when I very first started doing voiceovers as an 18-year-old, a freshman in college, and I was trying to figure out like what the voiceover industry was going to look like. It was literally like, train myself to be the perfect announcer, enunciate, say every word properly, don't say February, say February, and work as deep as you can and sound as much like an announcer as you can. And, that's what I did for like 15 years, probably 20 years. And I was training myself and my voice to sound as announcery as possible. And then all of a sudden, like, here's 2023, 4, 5, 6. And they're like, yeah, that voice that you've been using forever, that thing that everybody made it so they thought that you should be a voice actor. They're like, don't use that voice. And now it's like they want you to sound more natural and more authentic and less polished. They always say like, no polish. We don't want any polished voices at all. So, the voiceover business is constantly changing. And I think a part of that might be a reaction to the AI voices, because
Angel 3 Fries on Twitch said, at MSBrown2019, lucky.
It's a long way to hear him just say lucky. And, maybe that is a reaction to AI, because the AI voices, as good as they sound, they won't be able to give you like a real human performance. And I think that's what all my clients and agents and managers are trying to like pull out of me. They're like, make sure that all your performance sounds as human as possible, as real as possible. Bring your experience to it, and just give us.
Turbot says, welcome to chat.
There's my robot.
Text to speech.
No, hold on. Let's see.
To speech may read your messages out loud, so feel free to chat.
Yeah.
You can also call 760-517-6844 to leave a message for Pete to be played on his next show.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be afraid to call the phone number, or maybe they just don't have anything to say.
Angel 3 Fries on Twitch said, haha, the new voice is going to take getting used to, but I like it.
I mean, I like it. I think having Kermit the Frog there. So tomorrow I'll be back and do a 6 p.m. show. And hopefully,
At the Paradigm says I love the Cody plush.
Hopefully I'll have
I am 250
he's not Cody.
says yup.
He's not Cody.
At
He's
Joni
Petey.
BC says no worries. I'm packing and repacking for my trip later.
He's Petey the Penguin.
At Skeleton Freak 86 says son heard your voice and started smiling and stimming. Transformers and voice actors are two special interests. Much love from our fam to you.
Thank you. I appreciate
At
that.
Alex Tafoglo 2873 says good morning.
Good morning. Hold on. This is my 7 a.m. alarm? Yeah, it's 7 a.m. Yeah, so this isn't Cody over there. It's, hold on, I'll play you one of my ads. Don't yell at me about the ads. I'm just trying to have fun over here.
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
So that's Petey the Penguin. Petey the Penguin is the mascot for the Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. So not Cody. That's Petey. Cody's not blind, as far as I know. Did I ever see Surf's Up? Or hear Surf's Up? Yeah, I guess I did. I listened to it a while ago. Obviously, I had no idea what Cody looked like. And I guess he looks like this a little bit, apparently. But my guy's blind. Petey the Penguin is blind, just like me.
Void Gaming 2855 on Twitch said, Sry, I take forever to type. LOL, I'm on mobile.
You're on mobile. Yeah, and then you have to like tick, 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 tick. You have to type out each little letter slowly but surely. But you can also do text to speech, where you can press the little microphone on the bottom, and then it'll hopefully write everything that you say. Although a lot of times it gets a lot of words quite incorrect. It's funny. I really didn't come into this Monday morning.
2204 says, hi guys, how are you all?
What's up, Abdullah? How you doing? How's it going? The video that I posted on Friday was talking about like what happens to blind people if they go to prison.
GR4MDFR0 Sty says that is low-key fire.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for liking that. I appreciate that. What was it? Oh. And everybody, I said, like, what happens to you? Like, how would I survive if I went to jail as a blind person? And a lot of people were like, you can't do the crime, or can't do the time, don't do the crime. And that's not my big fear. Like, my biggest fear isn't like, I'm not just afraid I'm going to wake up one day and do something criminal. Like, I'm not like thinking my biggest fear is like getting accused of something and then getting thrown in prison. Like, like wrongly accused, like The Fugitive with, who was that? Harrison Ford. God, I can't remember. It was so long ago. Like, what if I got wrongly accused of something and then I went to prison and then I'm wrongly accused and I'm in prison and I'm blind, and someone told me that they don't even give you your blind guy stick, which having to be a person that started using the blind guy stick, I hated the damn thing. I hated it. It was just like a big pirate flag of disabled. Like, look at me, I'm disabled, just waving my disabled flag around. That's to me what the blind guy stick was. I was very reluctant to start using it. When I decided that I needed that to start making my way down the sidewalk, I started practicing in private. I didn't even want Banana to see me with the blind guy stick. It was like me and Superdog would sneak out when she was working late. I'm like, dude, let's like walk around and practice with this thing. But now I've become so used to it and so accustomed to it, and it's become like an appendage. Like now, like if I leave the house and I don't have a blind guy stick, I'm like, I need the thing, because it certainly does give me a lot of confidence that I can take at least 2 steps forward and not smash into something. But yeah, that Brooks told me, he Googled it, and he said if you go to prison, they don't give you the blind guy stick, because I guess it could be used as a weapon, and I suppose it could. But if you ever saw, I tried using a blind guy stick as a weapon. A company sent one to me. It was called the all-terrain cane, or werewolf cane, or something like that. And it was supposed to be this indestructible hiking cane made out of titanium. And just for like giggles, just for poops and giggles, I grabbed the thing and I did like a roundhouse spin and hit a trash barrel, just because that's what I had at the house. And I hit the trash barrel with the cane, and the cane crumpled. It like broke pretty hard. And I was like, oh, that is not an indestructible cane as far as I can tell. But yeah, I mean, I guess if I was in prison and I had a cane, I guess you might say that's an advantage, but also I'm blind, so I'm at quite the disadvantage.
People that needed it. So even though you decided not to use it, I still gotta help people by making it. And that wouldn't have happened without you inspiring me to make it.
I don't know. I don't know what that whole message was, but I like the Carmi just in the middle of it just goes, I still had to make it. I don't know what.
Sarah Cam 7808 on Twitch said, I remember seeing that it broke so easily.
I know. And I felt bad because the people were all excited about their cane. And there's a lot of people that hike with that cane.
The Blind Fisherman 27 on Twitch said, as I like to say for Gits and Shiggleses.
Gits and Shiggles. That's how you say it. That's a good way to say it. And I felt bad. It's like these 2 nice guys that were making this cane. Like, me, I started a company, the Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Was it a mistake? I mean, it might have been a mistake in retrospect. Like, I probably shouldn't have dumped a ton of money into another project because I'm kind of stalled on it. Unfortunately, Banana and I have boatloads of soap in the house, but we'll be clean for a very long time. But yeah, those two guys, like, they started their own little company. I'm not going to hate on anybody for starting a company, but the problem is the way that they marketed it. You know, the indestructible cane. So obviously, you send me something, you tell me it's going to be an indestructible cane. I'm going to put that thing to the test. So I went outside, just like, and I owned the thing for all of like 5 minutes. I went outside and whacked the trash barrel, and it broke at one of the joints. You know, yeah, each piece was made with titanium, but the joints were the weak spot, and the titanium is the other thing. Like, titanium's not, everybody's all excited. Like, titanium is a bendable metal. Like, not only did it break at the joint, but the titanium itself bent. So I was like,
How you chose not to use it yourself.
I keep coming at the end of those. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so it was not an indestructible cane, unfortunately.
Duanet Blind on Twitch said, do you still watch TV?
What happened?
If not, I suggest the LG OLED TVs.
Dude,
They have TDS so it can talk to you.
I think Kermit got...
Seratum7808 on Twitch said, I've heard that from a lot of blind people with their relationship with a cane.
No way.
Thanks for sharing, Pete.
You're welcome. I think Kermit got tired. And now it's just back to some weird robot voice. And a really bad robot voice at that.
Void Gaming 2855 on Twitch said, I was talking about how you inspired me to make that custom TTS app lead to me being able to help others with it despite how you chose not to use it yourself. It got cut off in the previous message.
Sorry about that. Oh my God! So Kermit got tired. And then it reverted to that voice. That voice is terrible.
Cass Little Shapov Gothic says, I would really love if you made a trailer voice for my 2 shorts. 2 Cops, 1 Destination, a comedy about a crooked cop. The second one, the mouse superhero Pipato Taco Loco Cheese Manifester.
Yeah, I can't exactly.
Saracom 7808 says Miss Piggy came home.
I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to switch over to the old voice for a while, because this one, Kermit got tired and then he just gave up and he started doing like that weird robot voice. That was super weird. And no, I don't think I'm going to be cutting custom trailer voiceovers for your YouTube. I mean, I'm flattered that you're thinking of me, but I mean, do you know what I do for a living? People pay me to do trailers and voiceovers. So, I mean, hey, maybe I shouldn't be jumping to conclusions here. Maybe you have a rather large budget and you'd like to pay me to do it, but I'm not going to do free trailers. Let's see what this is.
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits.
Hey, Lola.
Good morning, Pete.
Good morning.
It reminds me of when my dad was a kid. Plastic shampoo bottles were marketed as unbreakable, so when my grandma came home from the store, my dad was helping bring in the groceries, saw the unbreakable, threw the shampoo bottle up as high as he could into the air, and the shampoo got all over the driveway.
Oh, well then, that didn't work out. The unbreakable shampoo bottle, kind of like the unbreakable office window. I told that story. And by the way, well, maybe you don't want me telling your business, but Sarah had some good news that she shared with me on Saturday. We don't need to be, I don't need to be the one breaking Lola Tupa's medical news. I guess you don't need me doing that, but congratulations. Glad you're enjoying something other than chemical slop. And I don't know if you just joined us, Lola. I had Kermit the
Angel
Frog.
3 Fries
Yeah,
on Twitch
died.
said, who's breaking shampoo bottles, haha.
That is so funny that Kermit just like went on. I wonder if I only get like an hour of Kermit the Frog or something like that. Obviously some bugs to still work out on this thing, but we had Kermit the Frog with us. Yeah, like what time did I start? I started at 7:08. I mean, I wonder if I could get up. I wonder if I like stopped the program and then started again if Kermit would come back. I mean, it's not important. I'm only going to be here for 10 or 15 more minutes later.
Saracom 7808 says Lola got to eat carrots. Yay, Lola.
Yes, she did. So that she.
Bigfinigian says, hi ho, Kermit the robot here.
Well, he was Kermit the Robot. Should I get up and go get
At Abdullahak 2204 says, in a funny Indian show people used.
In a funny Indian show people used. I feel like I kind of want to like close the program and see if Kermit will come back. Will you give me a
250 says, share some good news.
Hold on.
Lalatwapa says, thank you. I graduated to plain fish yesterday.
Yeah. You guys, Lola, you can share your news. I'm going to close Kermit and then open it back up and see if he comes back or if it's still that weird robot voice. I'm not leaving. You guys just have to entertain yourselves for like 45 seconds. I will be right back.
At DJK David says that was supposed to be Kermit? Angel 3 Fry says Pete's gone. Everyone throw something. At LDog548 says I love waking up and just watch the stream. Lalatwipa says I was on a medical food liquid diet for 14 days. I have to slowly reintroduce regular food now.
Hold on.
Boy Jaming 2855 says he gone. Let's start a
I'm trying to
riot.
see if I did like a
Lumia
hard
Stream says is
reset
here.
of Kermit the Frog.
At
If he
Blind
would come
Surfer
back to
says is
life.
here.
Let's see.
Sericum 7808 says what's for breakfast, y'all.
Hold on. If I put
At
that
Blind
back.
Surfer says is here.
It
At
doesn't
Joni
seem to
BC
be.
says that wasn't very Kermit, it was more Jerry Seinfeld and it was not good.
Oh yeah, Kermit's just straight up on strike. Doesn't want to work anymore. All right, whatever. So we get an hour of Kermit. I didn't know that
At
was a
Starfire
limitation.
8742 says people shouldn't be throwing things lol, it can be dangerous lol.
Yeah, don't throw stuff.
Stiglin
at me.
Husband says hello.
Hold
It's a
on.
surprise Monday stream.
Yeah, that's still working.
Boy
Never
Jaming
Green
2855
Hotel on
says all the
TikTok
chat
said, "What is
uprising
your
got cut
favorite
short.
color and love your content?"
I
Islam
can't believe
2019 says congrats
Alex.
Lola. I wish
Right.
continued healing for you.
We'll have to work on that.
At I am 250 says Lola, what's your good news?
Lola.
Boy Jaming 2855 says Kermit just got Kermurked.
Totally.
Join it blind says I hold the record for breaking a blind cane 2 steps. Got caught in a sidewalk crack, walked into it, and broke it in half.
Oh, that's not very
Sericum
good.
7808 says I got a breakfast taco with some good fresh pico.
Ew, breakfast taco. That's so much food. Hold on, I'm getting messages here. Oh, I got a company wants to sell me budget blinds. How very exciting. We are actually getting new carpeting in the house, and Banana wanted me to do like she's like, I want new carpet in all the rooms of the house, and this room right here, like the view that you're seeing at this moment, I just put up the side view, I think. This is just some of the equipment that's in this room. Like there's massive amounts of equipment in this room, and there's cables and wires and stuff running everywhere. I was like, I am not going to be taking apart all of this stuff just to get some new carpet in here. I don't
27 says
I don't know
marshmallow
how
tip
I'm
flew off of
ever
Mim.
going to get new carpet in here
Sericum
because
7808 says I love a good breakfast taco, Maddie.
I don't have any interest in pulling up all 5,000 pieces of equipment that are in here. I feel like I'm going to die and there's just going to be like 70-year-old carpet in this room because I have no interest in pulling it up. I don't know how other people that have studios like change out the carpet in their room. Maybe they're smart and they just did hardwood floor with like a removable rug or something like that. Oh boy, I'm kind of excited that we had Kermit working for a while.
Seratum7808 on Twitch said, I got a breakfast taco with some good fresh pico.
Kind of sad that he just
At
decided
Abdullah
to.
2204 on
Oh yeah. Oh,
At Joni BC on YouTube said, LOL.
oh,
I like it.
how
That's the
interesting is
only way
that?
to test the breakability of plates.
That's interesting. So the same program that was reading Kermit, now that he's not using the Kermit voice, is reading the YouTube stuff. That's very interesting. That is something to put in the problem-solving can to figure that one out. So Kermit just doesn't like reading YouTube. Kermit doesn't like YouTube. Let's spread that rumor. Kermit hates YouTube.
Seratum7808 on Twitch said, what kind of carpet do y'all want to replace it with?
Just some, well,
At AbdullahHawk2204 on YouTube said, I commented because of the shampoo.
man, do I hate that stupid voice. That is the worst robot voice there is. I'd rather go back to
At
the old
Abdullah
robot lady.
2204 says I commented because of the shampoo.
That one's more
The Blind husband
acceptable.
says if I had known, I would have woken up an hour earlier. Well, tell her.
Do you know, can you guess why we have to replace the carpet in some of the other rooms? Can you take a wild guess as to why? Might it have something to do with the tiny
Boy
little
Jamie
9.5-pound dog?
2855 says oh heck yeah. Oh by the way, to get it working with multi-platform stuff you gotta have a bit send the messages from other platforms into Twitch chat. The Blind husband.
All right. I mean, there's obviously a lot at play right here. It's interesting to know that Kermit was. It doesn't matter. Technical stuff. Always technical stuff. Always in the pursuit of the perfect stream. I mean, to me, I don't know. I guess you guys never hated just the
Sericum
regular old text lady.
7808 says
Just the
I
one
already knew it was Skylar lol.
that one right there. Yeah,
Boy
Skylar.
Jaming 2855 says SRY I was talking with the blind husband about the
Okay.
Abizel speak.
Abizel. Yeah, I mean that robot voice is fine. It gets the point across. It allows me to know what you guys are saying. I thought it'd be fun just to add in like a different voice, make it a little more exciting, get Kermit in there, and then Kermit went away, and now it's just some weird old like.
At Starfire8742 on YouTube said, yep, it's cause of the dogs.
That reminds me that sounds like ColecoVision. Like, welcome to your new ColecoVision game. We are going to start playing now. I don't know why I made ColecoVision partially Indian, but yeah, having wall-to-wall carpet installed in the house. It's not going to last forever when you got little puppies. And it's not the big dogs. And like the big dogs know better. Like Superdog never peed in the house. And Steve, he had his LD issue when we first got him. We called him LD for leaky dick. Just every time he was super excited, he'd be running around just leaving trails of pee everywhere. Fortunately, he'd only do that in the first floor. And our first floor is all hardwood. Someone would walk through the front door and he'd just be so excited, just running in circles, leaving like trails of pee behind him, which wasn't great. And now, it was an accident. He wasn't trying to pee. He was just leaking all over the place. But Skylar, Jesus. Uh-oh, what's that one?
Angeli Fries just redeemed blind guy taste test.
Oh,
Time for Pete to grab a goodie from the bucket.
I almost got out of here without doing a taste test in the morning. Almost got out of here. What time is it? I'll do it. 7:15. All right, we'll fire off the...
It's time now for a blind guy taste test.
I know people keep telling me that I gotta get, because I'm doing morning shows multiple days a week. They keep telling me I gotta come up with, one of these days I'm gonna drink whatever the heck this is, like whatever the heck that bottle is. I'm not gonna drink that first thing in the morning. I'm sure it's some like sugary weird soda. What was that? Sounds like someone's like snapping at me. Did you guys hear that? One of these days I'm gonna have to add in some sort of...
At 2204 says someone will throw my visually impaired tennis ball and I'll go play at 8 p.m. so I'll leave soon. I thought something broke. OMG.
What is a visually impaired
BC
tennis
says
ball?
at I am 250. That would be great.
All right.
Ethan 4W says no, I got an ad. Lenovo Fan 2003 says what will it be today?
Whatever this is.
Dog 548 says I have 4 dogs and I've never seen one do that.
Really?
Boy Jaming 2855 says I am unsure, because Abyssal Speak is only capable of reading from Twitch chat, so I was saying that if you wanted to use it for YT you'll...
Yeah, my little dog, she's moody. Skylar, she's adorable. I mean, I love Skylar to pieces. She's like my heart. Like, I love that little dog. But she definitely gets moody. And she doesn't pee because she's like, has to pee. She pees because she's mad. She's like mad about something. Like if Steve got to do something that she didn't, or like if a guest is over that she doesn't like, or if Banana and I have gone out for too long, like she's like a Banana calls her a spite peer. She definitely pees out of spite. But I leave a gate up in this room, so she has not peed in here. What am I going to be eating? I have no idea. Ew, that smells like chocolate. I was expecting it to be
Brown
gummy.
2019 says Cocoa Pie.
Is that what? Oh no, that's what it is? It totally felt like it was going to be a gummy thing. Oh, gross. Oh, how am I going to eat this? It's such a mess.
Boy Jaming 2855 says caca poo poo.
Yeah, it's kind
At
of...
PHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHPHP
just likes it to be known when she's
At Starfire
displeased.
8742 says, well, girls will be girls of any species, lol.
Ew,
The
I don't know.
Glimbispin says, Restream and Caster Labs works just fine. Void Gaming
Yes.
2855 says, child.
Void Gaming is digging his technical talk this morning. All right, it tastes like a moon pie. I don't hate it. It's chocolate and is there like coconut in the middle of it? That is wow. Talk about like fooling myself though. I squished it and I felt like I was getting, well, that's just a lot of I don't know if you can see, but it's like falling apart in there. If that was supposed to be one solid cookie or one solid piece, maybe. No, I thought it was gummy. For some reason, it felt squishy. Yeah, I just read your message. I thought it was going to be like gummy bears. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and
Head of Distance
everywhere.
Ribbit says, welcome. Pete hears your
We
messages
are the
through text-to-speech when he triggers the
gummy
chat lady.
It's true. That message is only supposed to run once every 20 minutes, and I feel like I've heard it 3 times, which makes sense because I did get on shortly after 6 o'clock this morning. 7:19, and Kermit is still on strike.
$3 or more.
Yep, Kermit is
On
still on
Twitch,
strike.
Send 200 bits or
I wonder if what happened is like, do I only get like a, excuse me, do I only get like 100 messages with Kermit and then I'm supposed to pay or something like that? It's always something like that. You can't get something for nothing around here, can you? I am, did I bring water? Oh, thank God I did bring water.
Boy
Another
Jamie
message.
2855 says you can go ahead and skip this one, by the way, Pete. Yeah, it should. It doesn't matter what client. Besides, I didn't make the part that talks to Twitch. I just made the UI, the ability to switch voices, and the part
This
that
is
causes
true.
Windows screen reader to trigger. At still
Oh,
pending
getting
one
it.
says, cap.
Cap. What's up, still pending one? Cap. Back to the regular robot voice. Cap. Not a lot of excitement in the robot voice there, is there? Cap. I want to get Kermit back where he was like yelling at people. He'd be like, cap. Well, partially successful test. I'll give this a partially successful test. I was all excited this morning. I woke up at like 5 o'clock. I'm like, is it time for the show? Yeah, is it time for the show? Because I was dying to get in here and see if Kermit was going to be reading
At
for me.
Clinton
And he was.
3691 says you made that last so easy. At says everyone should buy the soap because you stink.
Yes, you stink, and nobody likes you. See, the thought behind that commercial was like, you stink, so the soap will make you smell good. And then I said, nobody likes you. And that's because, nobody likes you. But if you're a
Brown
blind penguin...
2019 says had a rubber ducky race last Saturday. It was fun.
A rubber
That's
ducky
still-
race. But if you had the blind penguin frothing hand soap, everybody would like you because then you could play the game with them, and then you would be fun. You'd be like the life of the party. What is a rubber ducky race? Is that just I think my parents called me from my hometown, and they I guess they had some like fire truck basket that was reaching out over the local pond in town, and they dropped a bunch of rubber duckies into the water. Yeah, this is probably what you're talking about. And what you do is each ducky has like a little number on it, like the number 2 duck, the 4 duck, 6 duck, and then you vote for which one makes it to the end of the pond first. I've never done anything like that, but I do remember in high school. I think I was in high school. They took our high school football field and they turned it into a grid. Have anybody ever experienced this thing? Like they took the whole thing into a grid, and it was numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 100 or whatever. And then they had this cow walking around on my high school football field, and where the cow took a poop, if you had that grid, if you picked grid number 38 and the cow pooped in grid spot number 38, then you would win a prize, which is pretty interesting. I did not grow up in like the middle of the country on farmland, so it was not something I had ever been exposed to. It was called like a cow pie contest or something like that. I did not win. The cow did not poop, or I said the cow was going to poop. But all right, enough cow poop talk. I was gonna tell like one poop story every day, I guess. But I actually, because I wasn't entirely planning on doing this, I do have a boatload of voiceovers I have to get to first thing in the morning. Then I got to take some time and figure out why Kermit
Jaming
the Frog.
2855 says, oh, by the way, I do
Yes.
want to ask when you go live so I can be there to run a few debug tests. Basically to test some things as a chatter.
Well, you're talking about me
Saracom
live
7808
or
says,
someone
good
else
lord,
live?
that sounds like a small town country high school activity.
It does, right? Like I'm like, what are we, like in the middle of like rural Missouri or something like that? Rural Wyoming? Like, we were in a pretty urban town in the Northeast, just north of Boston, and someone imported a cow and let it poop on our football field. Good times. I'm live at 6 p.m. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I go live at 6 p.m. Then Thursday and Friday, I go live at 6 a.m. And I say every week I'm not going to do a Monday show. Like literally every week. I'm like, I don't do Mondays. But, then I wake up on Monday at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm awake. I'm here. I'm going to do it. But mostly today I woke up because I wanted to test Kermit. I'm excited that he worked for a while. Gonna have to do some research to figure out why he stopped working. Gonna have to do some research to figure out why he refused to read messages from YouTube. That was kind of weird. But for the most part, I'd say a 70% successful
At
test
Starfire
because he did work for a while.
8742 says that was funny cause I am in the middle of rural Missouri.
Oh, well,
At
sorry.
Starfire 8742 says lol.
Didn't mean to poop on the middle of rural Missouri. I apologize. Just saying, a little more rural than where I grew up. A coastal New England town. We don't normally have cows walking around crapping on football fields. But yeah, I got to go get into the both and start saying the words that people pay me to say. Oh, what happened here? Oh, that's okay. All right. So let's see. There's my outro music. I'm figuring that. No, Kermit might, or the fake Kermit might be coming up on that thing in a minute. But at any rate, All right.
Seratum 70
Yeah, that's the... Wait, what just happened there? I don't know.
at still pending one on YouTube said.
You didn't say
At
anything.
Raymond Strayer 1699 on YouTube said my town had a rubber duck race where they dumped rubber ducks in the nearby river and their cost was donated to a charity and the winner won like a specialized t-shirt or something.
Nice. I think that's what happened in my
Devlin
hometown.
Doospend on Twitch said awesome.
All right,
Now
I'll
I
let you
have one-
guys... I will let you guys chat away as I go turn the stream off, and I'll be back
At
tomorrow.
LDog548 on YouTube said how long ago did this start?
Thanks, guys.
At
We started at 6 a.m. I'll be back tomorrow.
On YouTube said
I have some
it's okay.
troubleshooting to do.
At Joni
thank
BC
you
on
for
YouTube
everybody
said
joining.
okay. I'm packed. Mostly. Seratum 7808 on Twitch said everyone have the very best day. Thevlin Doospend on Twitch said you guys have a great. Bye Sarah, bye Void, bye Blind Fisher.